Well, good afternoon, and good afternoon from the Black Mountains in the Brecon Beacons National Park. It's Table Mountain behind me, otherwise known as Crug Mawr, and today I'm going to start a 2-day backpack in the Black Mountains, going over some of my favourite hills. So I've parked my car at Llanbedr and I've walked up to Table Mountain, and I'm now heading up to Pen Cerrig Calch, over to Allt Mawr. I'm going to follow the ridge across Twyn Glas to Waun Fach, and I'm going to look for a camp in the Rhostirien area. The forecast this evening is for winds which gust up to 26 miles an hour, so I won't camp on the ridge. I'll probably find myself a spot out of the wind. The purpose of this walk today is to final check of my kit. I've just done a 10-day backpack in Yorkshire with a friend, and everything worked well, but I'm now going to be testing my kit for one final time prior to a 6-week adventure, hopefully through the Spanish Pyrenees, subject to me being able to get out there with the flights, etc. So you make most of this lovely weather and enjoy the scenery, and I hope you enjoy it too. So I'm just descending off Pen Mawr, which is 719 metres above sea level, and it really was rather gusty up there, which I wasn't particularly surprised at. But knowing that the wind is going to strengthen this evening as it comes in from the west and then moves around to the west-northwest, I think I've made my decision. I'm not going to camp on the ridge at Rhostirien. I had hoped for a view over the escarpment, but got to be sensible really, so I know just the place to camp. So I'm going to pop myself down by the Grwyne Fawr Reservoir. A couple of spots down there which I know of where I can put my tent, and I was thinking about my route back tomorrow. I hadn't made any firm plans with what I wanted to do, but I do like Chwarel y Fan, which is the county summit of Monmouthshire. Features on the Monmouthshire Way, which is a walk that I've put together and designed. I'll put the link below to that walk, so if you want to explore the ancient county of Monmouthshire over a week-long holiday perhaps, then that might be the walk for you, because it's a really varied walk ranging from the Gwent levels right through to the Black Mountains, the heritage of the Industrial Revolution above Llanbedr, and the Usk Valley as well. So really lovely walk, so have a look at that if you fancy it. But yeah, I'll go back over Chwarel y Fan, then I'll go past Garn Wen, and then I think I'll turn right at the Revenge Stone and follow the Beacon's Way up past Partrishow up onto Crug Mawr, and I'll then descend down to Llanbedr and my car tomorrow. So a plan developing, so keep enjoying the scenery. cracking day today, lovely weather, just clouding over now, but I've reached where I thought would be a decent spot to get out of the wind, and I'm glad I did it because even though I'm here, the wind is still breezing through, which will hopefully mean I have a condensation free night, but yeah, up on the ridge it was pretty blowy, knowing that it's forecast to be 26 plus miles an hour, and that's just hay on Wye. So up on the Black Mountains escarpment, I suspect it would get a little breezier than that. So I'm very comfortable next to the water, next to the bothy. There is somebody staying in the bothy, but my blood was boiling as I came down here, and I just think, you know, excuse my French here, but the ignorant bastards who think that it's acceptable to take a transit type van, drive it up to this bothy, then set fire to the bloody thing and leave it on the mountains for others to clear up. You know, the Black Mountains are a beautiful area, one of my favourite playgrounds, but that just makes my blood boil seeing that, and I just hope that it can be recovered from where it is, but it's a tricky old place to get it from. Anyway, rant over. Dinner now, have a wash as well, and enjoy a lovely evening here in the solitude of the Black Mountains. Well, good morning. Good morning, day 2 of my little Black Mountains backpack, and wow, I'm glad I made my decision to camp down here by the Grwyne Fawr Reservoir last night, because even here the wind is really pushing through quite quickly, so goodness knows what it must be like on the ridge of Rosdyrian on the escarpment overlooking Paris. Yeah, leaving my camp this morning, really comfortable, leaving absolutely no trace here at all other than a bit of flat grass where I was last night, and I'm now going to head up towards Chwarel y Fan, the county top of Monmouthshire, and it's a beautiful day. The clouds are scudding through the sky, but yeah, it's a great day to be backpacking, so let's enjoy the views. This is Partrishow Church, which is actually located on the Beacons Way, and the church is dedicated to Saint Isau or Iswi. I never know quite which way to pronounce it. It's I-S-S-U-I, but it's also spelt I-S-H-O-W, which makes it a bit easier. Isau, Partrishow, and this church is a really historical church. So it's famous for a few things. The first thing is the time figure on the wall here. The time figure is on the west wall. It's a skeleton, and it bears an hourglass, a scythe, and a spade. It's a really old fresco. But also here is one of the oldest fonts in Wales, and the inscription on this dates to about 1050. It reads, "Men here made me in the time of Ganilin," and Ganilin was an 11th century prince of Powys. The church itself dates back to the 6th century, but that's the oldest part. The vast majority of it was built in the 12th and then rebuilt in the 15th and 16th centuries. And this oak screen, the rood screen, dates to the early 16th century, believed to be one of the finest Catholic rood screens in Britain. It's exquisitely carved, and I have read that it was carved by Flemish craftsmen, so it's absolutely superb. And it's a church I do like coming to. It's always a great place to stop and have a bite to eat, and I've just done that now, climbing up from the valley on my way to Crug Mawr. It does seem that someone's turned the radiators on as I've descended into the valley and walked uphill. So I've stopped here for a bite to eat, a cup of coffee, before I head up to Crug Mawr and then down the other side to my car at Llanbedr. So I've just left Crug Mawr. That was my final climb of the day, and final climb of the trip actually. And I'm now going to descend down to Llanbedr, walk through the village and back to my car. So wonderful couple of days. Today's been rather warm. That was quite a hot climb coming up to Crug Mawr. I just plodded up and it was all fine, and the views as I crested out on the top were wonderful, as expected, and exactly where I was yesterday. So looking at the ridge that I was walking on yesterday afternoon. So I said at the beginning of this video that I was testing my equipment for one last time. I've just done 10 days in Yorkshire on the Stanza Stones Trail and Dales Highway, and I wanted to get back out again because if all my plans come together, I'm off to Spain at the end of this month to start a 6-week trek along the GR11, along through the Pyrenees, from the Atlantic to the Med. Problem is, I've had 2 cancelled flights already, one to Biarritz and one to Bilbao, so I'm now flying into Madrid, so I'm hopeful that that will go ahead. And then I wanted to just make sure that the kit that I'm taking is good to go. And I did have a problem on Dales Highway with my pillow. I thought I fixed my pillow with some silicone and bicycle tube patches, but I'm afraid to say the pillow went down again last night, so I'm going to have to rethink that one, maybe have another go at fixing it, or buy another one, or think of an alternative. But other than that, yeah, kit's held up well. I've been using this kit now for a couple of years anyway, so didn't really expect any problems with it, but it's just nice to reassure myself that everything's going well. So yeah, big trip planned. Little apprehensive, if I'm honest, particularly in the heat. I struggled a bit today in the heat, and the Spanish foothills are going to be warm, I know that. But what a journey it's going to be, and really looking forward to that, and plus meeting Jill at the end as well, if she can get out. That's the other issue we have, because at the moment Spain is amber, but the Balearics are green. And there's a lot can happen between now and the middle of September, when Jill's due to come out and join me. So yeah, lots to think about, but that's the plan. So I'll leave this now. I hope you've enjoyed today. If you have, yeah, it'd be nice if you could put some comments in, or let us know what you think if you didn't like it. Hope you enjoyed the scenery, and I'll finish this walk by just showing you some scenery as I descend down to Llanbedr and back to the car.